Hello, my dear friends. Today, I would like to share the knowledge of our new products. I believe all of you are outstanding distributors with big dreams. Now you are developing the African markets and spread the love all over Africa. The key for running your network business smoothly is the knowledge of products. The more knowledge, the better business. If you learn more about the products, you can serve more people. I hope all of the African distributors can learn our products thoroughly through this lecture. The first product I would like to introduce is blood sugar regulating oral liquids. We can learn from the name that this product is special for diabetes patients. But first, we should know what diabetes is. Their standard amount for postprandial plasma glucose and fasting plasma glucose. If your blood sugar level is higher than standard, you may have hyperglycemia, also known as diabetes. The diabetes is a kind of metabolic disease with hyperglycemia symptom. If there's something wrong with your blood glucose metabolism, you may have hyperglycemia. Diabetes is caused by the lack of insulin. Glucose we take from food needs to be transformed to energy via insulin to keep us alive. And the important insulin is produced by pancreas isolates. If something is wrong with your pancreas isolates, you will have glucose metabolic problems. Sustaining high blood sugar harms your body badly, especially your eyes, kidney, heart, and nerve system. Actually, most diabetes patients didn't die of diabetes itself, but the complication of it. There are 4 symptoms of diabetes. They are platelipsia, clephagia, urea, and emaciation. If someone doesn't keep a diet but keeps losing weight, probably he has got health issue. It's most likely to be diabetes. Such patients drink more, eat more, and have more urine. But their weight is continuously going down. These are typical symptoms of diabetes. Well, what are the causes of the diabetes? First one is inherited. If there are diabetes patients in previous generation of your family, you should be careful because you have the high risk of having generated diabetes. The second one is diet habits. The diabetes is defined as lifestyle disease by modern medicine. One of the main factors is diet habits. According to a great deal of statistics, people like having sweet and oily food are prone to have diabetes. The third one is lacking exercise. People in the past hardly had such diseases, for they had to walk to destinations, so that they got plenty of exercise. However, nowadays, our feet are replaced by various vehicles, leading to the high risk of having diabetes. The last one is mental factor, mainly caused by stress. The stress is thought to be the source of all diseases. In modern society, we are under huge stress from work and life. As a result, more and more people have diabetes. These are 4 main factors of having diabetes. Now, my friends, you can check by yourselves and figure out how many factors you have. And more you have, the higher risk you've got. You can also check for your customers. Okay, let's go on. What's the harm of diabetes? As I mentioned before, the most serious problem it may bring to you is the complications which will damage your tissue and organs. First, it will damage your cardiovascular cerebrovascular systems. These 2 systems are of great importance because our heart and brain matters our lives. Keep a principle in mind. The health is based on the unblocked vascular and intestines. Most diabetes patients have cardiovascular and cerebrovascular problems because their vasculature are easily blocked. Secondly, it will damage your kidney. The early symptom is proteinuria. That means your urine contains a great deal of protein. Normally, patients cannot feel it. We know only from medical test reports. Actually, the protein should be not found in the urine, but be absorbed by us. Once the protein runs off from your body through urine, your body will lack this kind of nutrients, and various health issues will come out. However, proteinuria is just the symptom in early stage. Then the edema and renal failure will follow it. In the advanced stage, even uremia will occur. Many of the diabetes patients have kidney problems, and they may end with uremia, which is the lethal disease that many people died of it. Thirdly, it will damage your vessels and nerve system. The main problem is the arteriosclerosis in lower limbs, which causes diabetic foot. That's why most diabetes patients foot faster. Let's see some pictures. The upper picture shows that vasculature all over our body can be hurt by diabetes. Around 80% diabetes patients die of cardiovascular and cerebrovascular complications. This is a huge proportion. Diabetes always attacks vascular of brain and heart first. This picture shows the kidneys of uremia patients. Uremia patients cannot urinate regularly. The wastes in the urine, such as urea, will accumulate in the body. So you need to get rid of the waste through dialysis. It is suffering to sustain our lives by lifelong dialysis, isn't it? Besides, these patients won't live long. 90% of patients have kidney complications after getting diabetes for 5 to 10 years. The most serious one is uremia, so we have to pay attention to diabetes. Once having diabetes, you need to prevent it from turning into kidney complications. I'm sure nobody likes uremia. This picture shows the diabetic foods I've mentioned before. Actually, this picture I choose is the least serious one. Some serious diabetic food cases look horrible and will make us feel uncomfortable. Some patients' toes have rotten away. Some patients even have to cut off their legs for living. No one wants to be disabled, so diabetic food is very suffering and terrible. Apparently, you have one disease, but all these complications will probably occur day by day. It is so important to stop diabetes from developing. Well, let me introduce the regular method to treat the diabetes. The first one is taking medicine to control blood sugar. Such medicine has the side effects to harm your liver and kidneys. As we always say, every medicine contains toxin. The side effect is from such toxin. Many people take various medicine for cure. However, the fact is more drugs they take, more diseases they have. Such diseases are caused by the drug side effects. Another way is insulin injection. Many patients will inject the insulin before every meal. It is just a temporary treatment. It cannot solve the diabetes thoroughly, not to mention the pain caused by injection. Once the insulin injected takes the place of the insulin secreted by the pancreas, after a period of time, the capacity of pancreas will be less and less due to the drug dependence. Besides, the man-made insulin is not exactly as same as the insulin pancreas secreted. The latter is the better one. Therefore, insulin injection is not a good way to treat the diabetes either. Which treatment is the best? Today, I would like to introduce a marvelous product for diabetes. Before introduction, I tell you the findings of my researching. It is relative to every African friend. The reason I tell you that is, I hope you pay more attention to diabetes. In the past, African people put a high value on prevention and treatment of AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis. These diseases are very horrible and pervasive in Africa. However, Nowadays, African people also face the threats of the diabetes. In 2006, the 90th World Diabetes Conference was held in Cape Town. On this conference, the expert warned that African diabetes patients will be increased from 10.4 million to 18.5 million, which will reach to 3.5% of the population in 20 years. As I've told you, diabetes is mainly caused by lifestyle. Of course, including ours. Now, 10 years has been passed. More people are suffering from diabetes, and in 2026, the situation would be worse, so we have to pay more attention to it. Otherwise, you will have it sooner or later. Hoofman, diabetes expert of the International Diabetes Institute, stated that if such trend of diabetes cannot be controlled, the population of diabetes patients will increase from 240 million to 380 million in 20 years. The situation in Africa will be worse, so what we need to do now is controlling, my friends. We need to slow down such trend. Eliminating it is better, of course. In Africa, most of diabetes patients were not treated timely because they didn't pay attention to the diabetes. Best time for treatment passed. This is very pervasive in Africa, so we should know well about the harms of diabetes. Treated earlier, that would be better. If you haven't had it yet, congratulations. Prevention is the best way to treatment. You can share the knowledge you learned to friends around you. Hendrik, the president of the International Diabetes Institute, said that diabetes maybe is not so eye-catching as AIDS, but we have to pay more attention to it. It will be the major prevalent disease in the 21st century. There are a few key words should be noticed. 21st century. Major prevalent disease. So should we pay attention to diabetes? Of course. Let's do it since today and share the knowledge to the friends around us. As I mentioned before, the product I'm going to introduce to you is different from regular medicine. It is not insulin either. It's called a blood sugar regulating oral liquid, an exclusive product from Yeekong. Its main ingredients are corn stigma, radix remania preparata, and radix asparagus. Let me introduce them one by one. First one is corn stigma. Everyone knows corn, right? Corn stigma is part of corn. It's from food, so it's natural, right? Many people just throw it away, but it has various medical effects, such as relieving edema, BP, and hyperlipidemia. What's more, it can regulate blood sugar level, for it contains organic acid which can reduce glucose. It is safe, also effective. Second one is radix remania preparata. It is a traditional Chinese herb made from stewed radix remania with Chinese rice wine. These two are both traditional Chinese herbs, but they have the different effects. The radix remania preparata can nourish blood and kidney. Diabetes patients have excessive glucose in their blood. Besides, they may have the kidney problem. The herb can enhance the heart, reduce the blood sugar, and anti-allergic. That's why it is applied in this product. The third one is radix asparagus. It is also traditional Chinese medicine. It can nourish lungs and kidneys in traditional Chinese medicine theory. The scientists prepared two groups of rats. Group 1 rats are injected the effects of radix asparagus. Group 2 rats were injected normal saline for comparing. According to the 30-day rat experiments, the extracts of radix asparagus is proved to reduce glucose and improve immunity. In fact, The immunity of the diabetes patients is very weak. They need to improve their immunity. So it is very good for diabetes patients, right? First ingredient is from food, the other two are from herb. All of them are from nature, without side effects. So this product is very safe. All of the three ingredients have effects on reducing glucose, which means this product is very effective to reduce the glucose. Let's see the 5 advantages of this product. First, it affects well. Second, it protects the pancreas. The side effects of the medicines and the insulin injection can hurt your pancreas, but this product doesn't have side effects. Third, it can balance the nutrition in our bodies. It can improve the body's intake and transform the glucose. It can restrain the post-prandial blood sugar rise. Diabetes patients are told to stay away from food containing sugar, so they have to keep a tasteless diet. With this product, the patients can eat such food for nutrition balance properly. This product's key effect is adjusting the blood sugar, which means it won't reduce the blood sugar if the blood sugar level is around standard. That's why we can take this product for prevention. Besides, an extra benefit you can get from this product is adjusting blood fat. Actually, some of the ingredients also have effects on hypertension and hyperlipidemia, and many of the diabetes patients also have such diseases. Most of diabetes are caused by unhealthy diets. People like oily and sweet food are prone to have diabetes. I know African people like such food too. Therefore, it's a fabulous product to allow you to enjoy delicious food without diabetes. Well, let's see who needs this product most. First one is diabetes patients, of course. Second one is the people who have diabetic family history. These people have higher risk to have diabetes. They need this product for prevention. The third one is the hypertension patients. The first one is hyperlipidemia patients. Last one is the people who have obesity issue. Fat people also have high risk of diabetes. The dosage is 3 times per day, 1 vial per time. I would like to give you extra suggestion on lifestyle. First, take enough vegetables and controlling the amount of meat you eat. Vegetables belongs to alkali food, which is good for health. The meat belongs to acid food, which can harm your bodies. Second, taking more coarse grains, like corns and cassava. Coarse grains contain more vitamins. Third, doing enough exercise every day. Last, having some nuts every day is preferable. The more knowledge on health you learn, the more power against the diseases you possess. I really hope all of you can keep yourself from diabetes and other diseases. That's all for today. Thank you.